What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones as House Darklyn, and today I want to introduce a new custom courier, Kyle the Stone of Goldtown. Now, he's going to be the next addition to my, I guess, Lord's Guard, you can call it, but he will be bodyguard anyway. So before we move on with the series, I just want to quickly give a little bit of background story about Kyle, because he was born in Goldtown by an unknown father and a prostitute, and he was given to the faith very early on, and he always dreamed of becoming a knight. Now, however, the Septon abused him and also invited others to do so as well, which is why Kyle is very cynical. He's an unbeliever simply because he, well, had this very traumatic experience with the Septon in Goldtown. Now, at some point, Kyle just decided that, you know, he couldn't bear this any longer. He had to end his own suffering, but he didn't kill himself, he actually killed the Septon. Now for this, he was then imprisoned, and due to his, well, he was supposed to be executed, but due to his very great skill at arms, he actually was wanted by a wandering crow, so he would then join the Night's Watch. So on his journey to the Night's Watch, his party was being attacked by, well, I guess deserters or broken men who fought in the Defiance of Duskendale. So you remember the Vale, House Aaron, stood beside House Darklyn in the Defiance, and they fought against some Riverlander men. And while Kyle and his party of crows was passing through the Riverlands in order to get to the wall, they were attacked by some of these broken men, and everyone was killed but Kyle. He was wounded, and then he just tried to, you know, survive, and he then happened to come upon another group of bandits, but, you know, only broken men, not particularly strong warriors or soldiers for that matter, while they were trying to rape a young lady. Now this lady actually later turned out to be Alyssa Blackwood, who was going off to marry one of, well, her Frey husband. So what he did was he escorted her back to the twins, and when he arrived in the twins, well, Alyssa was very happy that she was being saved, and the Freys were also happy. So Kyle actually became a household knight, well, not necessarily knight, but part of the household of Lord Jared Frey, and with Jared Frey, he then arrived in Duskendale later on. So yeah, that's how he came here, and he is such a great fighter that I now want him as my own bodyguard. Now, he is cynical, but I think that our Septon Het, can turn him around, because, you know, if he learns that there's virtuous Septons and there's good people, you know, following the Faith of the Seven, he might embrace this religion and stop his cynical views. But yeah, so let's give Kyle his honorary title and his, well, part in the bodyguard, or in the Lord's Guard. I'm gonna call it Lord's Guard. It does sound a little bit odd, but I'm gonna call it this anyways. So there you go, Kyle, you are now a bodyguard. Now he is, as you can see, a formidable fighter, just man, very good. Now, it just changed a little bit. He was meant to be a skilled commander, but I felt like for lowborn, it doesn't really make sense. He didn't really have any education, so I just made him a dutiful commander because he's a good fighter, but I don't think he really knows that much about strategy. He might learn a little bit more while he serves me. But yeah, so that's that. So let's actually go forward. I don't actually remember what we were trying to do last time, because it's been quite a while. And apparently that's what's happening. Dennis Darklyn's not feeling all too well. Well, that is a problem. It is a problem. Well, we're gonna have to pray to the warrior. Although I guess this is not technically his field of expertise. Treating illness. I wonder, is it the mother? Probably the mother who has to treat illness, or the crone. Probably. One of these two. Definitely not the warrior. It doesn't matter. We'll hope that the Seven will make us survive. Is there any... There's no plagues here, so it's just a regular illness. Alright. Well, it's fine, I guess. Oh, look at Isaac. Look at Isaac. He's an organizer now. Trickster and an aggressive leader. So, someone actually mentioned that he would get a steward education, and I should change this to skilled commander. That I didn't have to do this. He was a skilled commander. He did not have the steward education. I don't know when you saw that. Was like, I think in episode 18 you guys mentioned this, but if you check out episode 19, he already has the skilled commander trait. So I didn't change it. So yeah, whatever. What's this? Alistair Thorne and Rhonda Rowan have a daughter, but she died. That's too bad. But there's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Now, one thing I just wanted to show you guys is soon as Septon Het will be elected the new High Septon, which I hope is going to happen anytime now. We're going to have 2 loyal men, I guess, or 3 loyal men, I guess, in King's Landing. We have, obviously, Septon Het controlling the Starry Sept. Where is it? No, the Sceptre of Baelor, sorry. Then we have, hopefully, if Arthur Dane dies and Ransford Darkwood takes over, we have the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, Ransford Darkwood, I guess on our side. We'll have to see. And we have the Commander of the Gold Cloaks, the Commander of the City of King's Landing, Titus Frey, who is my Lord's, well, Jared's heir. So we have actually 3 people kind of already positioned in the capital that could help us if a war should break out. So, I mean, we are very ambitious. I think we might be able, if we ever recover from our illness, we might be able to take over the Iron Throne. But we'll see. We're not going to do that just now. The grip, Tywin's grip on the Iron Throne is too strong for now. He's quite stressed, so he might not live for that long. 2 of his kids have already died. We still have Prince Jaime, the Crimson Knight, who is just a formidable fighter. Yeah, he's so awesome. But he's already scarred. Interesting. Apparently I can imprison Sir Geoffrey Thorne because he's an dishonorable man. Well, I guess I'm not gonna just imprison someone because he's dishonorable. I don't feel like that's something Dennis really cares about too much, especially while he's sick. I think we have other things to deal with right now. So yeah, what could we do? We have unlanded sons, right, Sir Isaac? One thing I wanted to check out was the small council, because I feel like there were several, well, we had too many wardens of the north. So let's actually, no, this is the Kingsguard. Yeah, there's no change still. Oh, actually there is a change. We have Aurora and Charlton now. Okay, who did he replace? Oswald went. It must be Jonathan Darry. Yeah, Jonathan Darry died, or has been replaced. Anyway, so let's check that out real quick. We kind of do care about it, obviously. So yeah, Jonathan Darry died of gonorrhea. Okay. Well, wonder how he caught it. Anyway, so now a new member of the Kingsguard. Well, Sir Garth, no, Sir Roran. Cool. Alright, but that's actually not what I wanted to check out. What I did want to check out was the small council. So there we go. So we have, obviously, Lord Dennis. We are the Hand of the King. We have Hoster Tully as Master of Laws. Prince Dora Martell as Master of Queen. Yeah, Lord Commander Arthur Dane as Master of Arms. Grandmaster Pycelle, still living. Lord Alistair Chelstead as Master of Whispers. Septon Aegon of the Boros as just Septon. Okay. Lord Mermello as Master of Ships. Lord Adrian Celtigar is a small council advisor. Lord Denley Thorne and Bayan Virginian. Wow, that must be one of the Pentoshi, right? I feel like that's one of the Pentoshi, but I'm not too... He's actually Master of Ships, okay. Then we have Mermello, he's Master of Hunt. Lord Bayan, is that him? Yeah, Lord Bayan. Bayan Virginian, he's small council advisor. And then the wardens. Stefan Baratheon is Warden of the North and Warden of the South. And Arthur Dane is Warden of the West, whereas Morgoth Aaron is Warden of the East. So, I don't know. I still have that title, Warden of the North, but apparently Stefan Baratheon is the true Warden of the North, but so is Brandon the Strongrolf. That's a little bit confusing. Whatever, that's something I did definitely want to have a look at. Also, our trade post doesn't really seem to be yielding all that much money. Perhaps I'm getting... Oh, maybe it was... Now it's making more money, perhaps? I think so, because it was was not making any money because of war, but now I think it's working again. And luckily, we are now no longer ill. Oh, thank the gods, indeed. So, unfortunately, we still have this wildling revolt going on. That's rather annoying, especially with all of these men not moving in the right direction. You know, you could just easily raise men here and kill these 91 men. But yeah, apparently you're too stupid to do that. Man, that's so unfortunate, really. And also, I just want to have a quick look at Willem Dari, because I think he's still... Now, by the way, you noticed that I say Dari and Dari? I always change it up. It's probably Dari, but sometimes just say Dari anyways. Whatever, I want to check him out and see if he's still leading that faction. He still wants to depose me. Man, now I did not, as I said, expect anything less from Lord Lucifer or, well, Lord Malcolm. But Willem, why? Why do you do this? Oh well. Brava seems to be having some civil war going on. Interesting. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, to lower the crown authority of the kingdom. Well, guys, I think what I'm gonna do is... Oh, Oberyn just declared a war. On... Who did he declare the war on? Doran? Yeah, he declared war on his brother. Interesting. Well, still, I think I'm gonna go forward of camera just a little bit and see if we can perhaps end this wildling revolt, and I will come back if something interesting happens. So I will see you guys in a second. Okay guys, welcome back. So a couple things happened. I had to change my focus to war focus, and the reason behind this is very simple. I want to well, duel my rivals. That's something, you know, the brave Lord Dennis would do. You know, we're very ambitious, and these men have somehow annoyed us, so that they actually became our rivals. So I wanted to kill them, oh, well, at least duel them, I'd say. And unfortunately, the submod I'm using is not working anymore. So I need to do the vanilla one, use the war focus. So that's what I did. I changed it. But before we're actually going to go and duel Sir George R.R. Martin, I'm going to go ahead and do something else. A couple of other things have happened. First of all, my Justicer has died. So I now made Sir Renifer of the Princess Palace a new Justicer. He's a very, well, zealous man. So hopefully he's going to give us a claim on Rusby. Now also, we had Sir Rickard of Tarth. He actually, well, his wife gave birth to a young daughter, Mega, and she's actually capable, very good. So she inherited the trait from her father. That's pretty cool. I like that. Also, we have House Hollad now unified under Dantas Hollad. That's very impressive. He actually has, well, he's ill now, but he does even have a claim on the Lordship of Crackla Baron. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So apparently, a lot of Hollard men have died, so there's only 5 members alive. Simon's line, yeah, completely died out. And John's line also died out, with Jonathan, who was murdered on the orders of Robin. Robin Hollard killed Jonathan. Okay, he's a kinslayer, and he's now in Rook's Rest still. What is it? What are you plotting? I wonder. Oh, Spymaster of Maidenpool. Kill Lady Eleanor of Rook's Rest. So they're plotting to kill this woman. You know what? I don't really care about it that much. I just wanted to show you that Dantas Hollad now holds these 2 castles. So we'll see how that turns out. Also, I made Bonifer my cupbearer because we had this title around, and I think he's really done very well. So I think he certainly deserves this this title. And actually now has a daughter, Shira Hasty. Okay, pretty cool. But most important of all things that I want to mention in the last here, we can send Sir Isaac on a foreign tour, which is awesome. So we can offer to fund a tour of foreign lands for Sir Isaac so that he may learn and become a better man. Now, why do I want to do this? This costs me money, I think. And I'm a greedy bastard, right? Am I not? But I feel like foreign lands could be Andalos. He could be going here, which is good for a zealous character. Also, I don't know. I'm very ambitious, you know? Ambitious guys work harder, making them better at everything. However, their drive to reach the top means that they tend to make poor vassals. Well, okay, the last part of this doesn't really make that much sense, but we want the best for our son. We are proud men. We want our son Isaac to become as good as possible. So I think a foreign tour is actually quite useful. Not sure if I can justify this entirely, but I guess also that the foreign tour is not all that expensive, so we'll do it anyway. Your son Isaac seemed excited at your proposal, so that's good. He's excited, so there you go. And has agreed to undertake a tour of foreign lands in the name of House Darklyn. Well, that's good. He will travel a number of months using your coin to charter a ship that will depart from Duskendale. That costs 50 gold, but we gain prestige for it, and we'll also, you know, we had the business focus. Okay, we don't have it anymore, so I can't justify it with that. Alright, never mind. But you know, I'm sure he'll come back a better man. Let's just say this is a cool idea. Now that we've done this, we send our son on a foreign tour. I think we should duel Sir George. So let's duel him. There you go. And see what he says. Maybe we're gonna slow down speed a little bit. Okay, so Sir George of the Dragon has chosen to accept your challenge to duel. He's a genius, you know, we gotta think about that. The duel will take in the next few days, so let's fight. You and Sir George slowly circle each other. Yes, we're tense and focused. And I see a weak spot immediately, which obviously I do. Okay, and we're gonna strike. You easily break through Sir George's guard and knock him to the ground. He lies sprawled at your feet, completely at your mercy. It's all over now. Okay. Oh, Sir George rolls to the side, wounded, but still very much alive. He rises to his feet and readies his weapon once again. And one thing I should mention though, he's actually friends with Lord Robert the Strong Stag, who is the heir to the Stormlands. But that doesn't really matter right now. He's a fat sloth bastard and he's a cruel man, so we're gonna have to take care of him. Alright, come on. We'll strike again. And he's now... Okay, so Sir George drops his weapon and throws up his hands. Yield, I yield. Now. No, you foul glutton. Okay, so we're gonna get dishonor for this. Lord Robert will actually hate me. Robert Baratheon would not like this at all. What would I do? Now, I'm not a cruel man. I'm wroth, though. I'm wroth. So I think a wroth person would do this. You know what? I'm not gonna accept your... No, I'm not gonna accept your offer. You know what? It's a Game of Thrones, and you either win or die, and you have lost. So you're gonna have to die, George Martin. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna accept you. There you go. George crumbles to the ground, lifeless. You wipe his blood from your weapon. The deed is done. He is dead. Valar Morghulis, indeed. And victory is mine, which is awesome. And I think, okay, yeah, we walk away as the victor. That's awesome. A representative from the Iron Bank is here. Oh, just as my son. My son is probably over in Bravos right now. But you know what? You shall not have a single coin from me. I don't give a crap. That's actually what I wanted to click last time. But, you know, I clicked the wrong button. So apparently we're now known as a dishonorable man. That's rather frustrating. But it's not all that bad. I think we'll also want to duel Sir Harris now, right? He's been excommunicated. He's very appealing, but also dishonorable. Why cannot duel him? We just had a recent duel. Okay, so we're gonna have to kill him later. That's totally fine. Let's see how Isaac is doing. Having spent countless of hours swinging your sword, it is clear that your technique is getting better. You know the essence of every possible strike to utilize a fight. With 15% chance to become a skilled fighter. Well, that would be awesome. We didn't get it. That's usually what happens. I usually don't get it. There's only 15% chance. Okay. So obviously, I had to resign as a commander. Otherwise, I would not have been able to duel. What's this? Lord Dennis of Oldwick. Accepted Lord Paramount Roderick. Oh. Okay. Alright, that's fine. So he just won his civil war, I guess. That's good enough. Melinda Kellington. No, we're not going to claim anything for her. Still waiting for an opening. As I said, we're still trying to get this claim on Rosby, but it just won't come. It just won't come. So Isaac, how you doing? How are you doing? Traveling the world. Doesn't really seem to be interested to talk to me. So, oh, what's this? Tywin Lancer wants to make me a command again. Let me quickly check if I can duel. I can't duel again. Well, I guess Sir Harris is not as important, so you know what? I'm gonna accept the position of commander for now. And this is the end of the episode, guys, so thank you so much for watching. But before you click off this video, I have one question. I'm gonna leave a straw poll in, well, as a comment, or maybe even in the description of this video, and I want you guys to vote on what is your favorite house words for House Darklyn, because remember in the last episode I asked you guys to come up with suggestions for house words for House Darklyn, and there's some, yeah, well, you guys did that, and there's some really cool suggestions in there, so I put all of them together into the straw poll, so please pick your most favorite. I will allow multiple choices, so you can, you know, pick your favorite 2 or 3, but don't, you know, pick too many, because otherwise it's kind of pointless making a ranking at all. So really only pick the ones you really like, and if you can't decide, you can pick 2, that's fine. So yeah, please yeah, choose whatever you think. I did modify some of your suggestions slightly, but if I did, I usually told you already, and you know, it really didn't modify it that much anyways. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Chief Gironca, signing off.